I know it's backwards, isn't it? Anyway, I'm here in Gerik, which I just ended up getting. I had all the work done, the bottom bracket. Let's see, the bottom bracket, a new back tire because the one I just bought like a week ago, or maybe it's been a little longer, um, went bald already. So I asked for a better one, and I got a new tube too because it went the back tube went flat. So all in all, everything cost. They did a really good job. All in all, everything just cost like 100 ringgit, $25. For a bottom bracket was like 60 alone. But who's everybody we got here right now? We got 3 people. So say hi if you're in the room. I saw this art walk. Actually, you can see behind me. I saw this art walk as I was just going by. So I decided to come over here and kind of chat, and while I'm actually filming some of the art walk here in Gerik. Hey CS, how you doing, brother? Yeah, CS, I got all the work done, which was good price, well done. They took their time, which ended up being the back tire, the back tube, the bottom bracket. He straightened out my actual, he straightened out my back disc brake and stuff like that. It was a little crooked. And yeah, everything only, all the labor and all the parts and stuff only cost me, all the parts and labor only cost like 100 ringgit. So I'm very, very stoked because there was nothing in jelly to do to get a bike. So Irish, how you doing? Good morning, brother. But yeah, I'm just kind of, I just had to hop on, tell you guys that I got everything fixed, do this art walk, and then I'll just start pedaling. It feels so much better. So when he yanked the bottom bracket out, it just ball bearings fell out. The whole, like the casing that was holding in the ball bearings, they just completely busted open, and they were just like floating free in there and stuff. So when he pulled it out, it was just, he had to dig those things out. Just it was pretty funny. I was like, yeah, that I definitely wouldn't have gotten another 10 miles. Hey, brother. But good day. Phew, your adventure is turning out into a Dallas cliffhanger. Yeah, well, actually, that's kind of how all of my adventures have been. It's like something always seems to pop up because I'm not pre-planning or pre-scripting anything, right? So it's not like I'm grabbing a subject matter and doing a subject matter per day. I'm just grabbing my camera and hopping on the bicycle and going. And my biggest fear when I first started this adventure, like back in Vietnam, I'm like, I'm not going to have anything to film. You know, my videos are not going to be interesting because, you know, it's just a guy riding a bicycle. So I started it just by actually, just as a self-documentation, something I could actually look back at. I decided to share it with everybody else, you know, if anybody wanted to watch it. I'm surprised people started watching it, but what happened was something weird would always happen. You know, like I had flat tire, flat tire, flat tire, flat, I mean, beyond belief, flat, like 8 in a row. And yeah, it was crazy. It was just always something, either a hard storm, flat tires. There'd be always something that was actually turned my boring existence into an adventure. But yeah, so everything is done though. I'm glad. I was a little concerned too because being in Jelly, everything that was listed as a bicycle repair place was actually a scooter repair place. So it was, I was like, I gotta go. You know, I hope I make it to Gerik, but I did. And I had a very nice host. He had an Airbnb, him and his girlfriend, and I looked online. It was only 200 ringgit for a full house, you know. He had 2 bedrooms and stuff like that. That's only $50 US. And I was like, oh, wow, that's actually a pretty decent price, you know. for getting a whole house. And Gerik actually looks pretty nice here. I just haven't, you know, I got up from the house, went out, and yeah. It's funny though because I didn't see any elephants, and the whole time because I could see where they went through the bushes. I could see the poop. I didn't film any of the poop, but there was elephant poop on the ground. Not a lot, just like I saw at least twice though, and it didn't look like it was super old. Otherwise, the rain would have washed it away. But I'm like, so I'm expecting them to pop out at any time, and they just never did. I'm like, oh, so it was like one of those things where you had the higher anxiety while you have a bicycle trying to fall apart on you. I was like, if an elephant comes out of the bush, I'm gonna have to just hope that he tramples the bicycle. I'm gonna have to, you know, they're like, don't run from an elephant. I'm like, I'm gonna throw my bike in front of him. I hope he just stomps on that, you know. But yeah, there would be no way for that I could pedal away from a monster. I'm not a monster. They're elephants. They're cool, but they're big. You know, they're Goliaths. Or, you know, like who killed Jr. Oh yeah, you know, I don't know if anybody knows the reference. I mean, those are like Dallas is. You know, Dallas was a thing when I was a kid. You know, growing up, and back then, not a lot of people had TVs. I know, which is weird because Dallas was on one of those channels, and there was only a handful of channels. There was only like, I think your channels went up to 12 or something, you know, and then half the time, and that was like click, 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 click. I remember those days, man. And really, you only had like maybe 5 channels out of those 12 that really worked. If that happened, or even. Yeah. So it says, CS says, if that happened, like if an elephant popped out of the bush on me, my channel would explode big time. Yeah, probably. I mean, I noticed that, you know, like kind of the clickbaity, but thumbnails I've had to use, they've been drawing in more audience, but I never ran into one. You know, I mean, the threat was always there. The officer that talked to Usfan, the guy from Morocco, Let's Go Cycling, Usfan, he ran into it. So the officer warned him, and the next day he ran into that elephant. You know, I'm like, you know, and every spot I came, I was like, was this where he ran into that elephant? Hey, check this out, guys. Isn't that cool? So this is Gerik. I'm not sure if you guys know about Gerik. I know nothing about it. Oh, here's my bike. So, new tire and back, new tube. He, let's see. He got a tool out, he straightened this. I was missing one of the bolts, so he put a bolt in. But brand new bottom bracket. He showed me the other one was destroyed. He got the derailleur where it was good, really good. He took his time. I was very happy that he did such a good job. Just did such a good job taking his time and fixing my bike. All for 100 ringgits. I can't complain at all. Isn't it an awesome little alley? I like even how they do the bricks. The bricks are awesome, man. And those are pavers. If you look, those are pavers. They're just well done. And almost gives like a 3-dimensional look to it. Oh, what's my plan? Today, Irish, I think I'm going to try something new. Like I'm thinking about trying to do bicycling. I was thinking bicycling might be fun. It's the same thing we do every day, Pinky. Try and take over the world. Yeah, no, it's bicycling, but I'm gonna try and scoot through. I'm gonna get some of this on video, but I wanted to start a live stream, tell you guys, just update you guys what I'm doing. So I'll do some filming of this, and then I pass through Gerik, and who knows, you know, I just play it by ear, and then start heading on, I think the 4. The 4 is the most direct route. And keep heading west. So Sorry, it's a little shaky. I got it on the selfie stick, so. No, I think I could take a tiger. You know, maybe not a lion, but I think I could choke out, do a rear naked choke hold on a tiger, and I'm pretty sure I could. I can take a tiger, guys. I heard the Malaysian tigers are very nice, though. You know, I heard they allow you to pet them. So, yeah, I heard if as long as you pet a tiger, they'll be nice to you. Obviously, I'm joking. Oh, something I should say. So the tree that I was on in that orchard, being a jackfruit, well, I think we call it jackfruit. Being on, and I didn't know how delicate those trees are, how long they actually take to actually the durian tree. So I didn't grow up around those types of trees, right? So I know nothing about those. I grew up around orange trees, apple trees, and stuff like that. And I had a few comments like, hey, those take a long time to actually start producing fruit. And those trees are usually generational. And because, you know, so I didn't know what'd you say? Generational, meaning once they start producing, it's a good income for the family, and those trees are passed down along through the families and stuff, to the kids and stuff, and so they're generational wealth makers. So I did not have any idea about that, so I do want to come out and apologize, and I will try and take notes of what type of tree that is, you know, educate myself a little, and avoid at all costs putting up one of those again on one of those type of durian tree. So just so you guys take note that I do read the comments, and I was like, okay, yeah, okay. So that was a mistake on my part, but like I said, I didn't grow up around these trees. I don't know anything about them. I first had the fruit not that long ago, and it's actually pretty good. I like it when they're a little younger, though. I don't like them when they get too mushy. I like them when they're still a little chewy. So, anyway, I'm sorry. Okay, it says, so Flea says, never separate from the bike. You must appear to look as large as possible to the animal. Once you separate, you look smaller. I'm not sure if that's with the proper approach with an elephant. It is with a tiger, because I grew up around mountain lions, so I know that you want to try and intimidate back the mountain lion. Well, like look large and stuff like that. But an elephant, I think if you left your bike behind, now this is just my guess, because my bike was at the time no good. So, I mean, it's not like I could get on it and pedal away. So I Googled what to do if I ran into an elephant, and it just said, move away from it, but don't run away from it. But I figured if it's coming at me, if I left the bicycle might be the distraction. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll stop at the bicycle and crush the hell out of my bicycle. But that's just my opinion. One thing I don't want is that the bicycle to slow me down from trying to get away from a charging elephant. I'm not saying I could outrun it, not at all. But the last thing I'm going to think about is perfecting my bicycle, you know. So that was the only thing, is like, I was like, well, I'll sacrifice the bicycle. But with a tiger, he's not going to stop for the bicycle. He's going to go for the person on the bicycle. So I'm assuming you're talking about the tiger, but this is just speculation on my part. You know, it just basically says walk away from walk away from a elephant, but don't run away. But if you run away from a wild cat, it's going to trigger that chase instinct, and it will actually run after you. So yeah. So it says you are unlucky to see wild elephants in Malaysia, but good also. No, I understand that. Actually, I lucked out. Um, so this is actually the end of the art walk right here, guys. It doesn't look like there's some bakeries over here and stuff. It's actually a cool town. It really is. And it just kind of continues on around the whole thing. Like, it's not just down the alley, it's on the buildings and stuff like that. And yeah, there's a cool little bar restaurant right over there. So yeah, I'm lucky that I didn't. I feel that I'm lucky that I didn't have one pop out in the bushes on me. Like I said, I was expecting it, and that kind of gives high anxiety when you have a prep bicycle. But it's running good now. It really is. Yeah, you guys know anything about Gerik? Lee, you seem to know a lot about every spot I've been going. I really just haven't heard much about Gerik at all. You know, it's just the fact is, it was on the way here and someone offered me a ride, or not ride, a place to stay. I think you mentioned something about the roads bypassing, because Gerik, you got to kind of get off the main road and go south a little bit to find Gerik. You said when the highways went in, they kind of bypassed a lot of these towns. I think you mentioned that in the Telegram group. But in some countries, elephants stop sugarcane carrying trucks and tax them. That's funny. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know much about Gerik. I know every town seems to have a history, and but Gerik's kind of strange because it seems to also have a lot of natural area. So you got like this, like behind me, you got the city and stuff. But like right across the street here, just walk a little farther, you got what looks like antlers. Like it's a statue of antlers. But you got this whole natural area right back here. I wouldn't even call it a park. It just looks like a natural area. Yeah, it's just a little overgrown. But so this is the town of Gerik. Yeah, I think I'll get on my bike and actually just spin around this place, see what it's all about. It's kind of intriguing, you know. This art walk is probably one of the best done art walks. The artwork's definitely done by a different artist, though. I know a lot of places have the same artist coming over and doing it, but this artist looks like he did the majority of this whole art walk, because it's the same, you know. So, never been to Gerik. Gerik? Gerik, is that how it's pronounced? Gerik? That's cool though. I mean, so far I think it's pretty awesome. Now a little LSD or some mushroom walking down this. Like back when I was a kid. I would hang out in here for a while. Yeah, to me it looks like the same artist. Man, what a job. If this was all done by one guy. And I'm just trying to do a whole walkthrough here. Royal Bellum. Royal Bellum is the island I was on. The park down there. Yesterday. And I barely avoided the storm. So actually when I was just getting, well, you saw the video, right? I posted it this morning. Man, that was a nasty rain, man. That came down hard, and for a long time too. That's a pretty nice place there. Well, let me see something, guys. I got about 10 more minutes on this thing, right? Let's see if I can just hop on a bicycle. And I'll keep the selfie stick in my hand and try not to crash. See what we can do here, as long as I don't fall off. Now let's see if it pixelates on you guys. So for the ones that have never been to Gerik, here we go. So tell me if it's pixelating. So far so good. Thank you, Flea. I'm trying to do this one-handed because I don't got a proper mic mount for this. EcoSave. Let's slow down here. We'll go downhill. Ooh, that's cool. Look at that alley. Or that road. Sorry. Actually, we're right down where the bicycle shop was. Just did a big loop. Like hotels and stuff down there. Let's see what this is. Probably a school. Yeah, kind of strange little town. Now, if you're a boondocker, you like to sleep in your car, this would be a great spot. You can find spots all over here to park your car and just sleep in it. I actually used to sleep in my van. That's how I ended up getting a van after a while, because I think my second car was a van because my first one wasn't. And I realized how hard it is to sleep in the back of a car that's not a van. Here we go. Look at that Chinese temple. But I am not going uphill. Alright guys, let's see. We'll just do a small little spin through a section of Gerik. And big old parking lot. And here's the bicycle shop I went to, actually. It's right here. I might as well, since they did such a good job, I'll kind of swing by. So like I said, these guys are the only ones in the area. That's them right there. And so anyway guys, I'm gonna hit the road here. It's kind of hard to actually pedal around with a selfie stick in my hand. One of these. So I'll probably go ahead and end the live stream here in a second. You guys have anything you want to say? Throw it in the comments. Let's see, what do we got here? So far so good. Should be okay. Yeah, because I'm in town. Yeah, I think it's only 4G here. I didn't see any 5G. Oh yeah, so CS, if you actually get off like the neighborhood I was in, you could tell that the buildings were like older, from the days of the colonized days and stuff like that. You could tell that I mean, it was very nice buildings though. So you got some of the older with the newer mixes. So yeah, it's a neat town. I mean, it's actually kind of cool. I mean, I definitely need to actually do at least one circle on my bicycle and see what it's all about, and see what I can get on the DJI. Yeah, there's cell towers here. There's definitely cell towers here. Your grace. Safe cycling and onward to more adventures and cliffhangers. Hey Matt, you should joined in a little late there, my brother. I was just getting ready to switch off the old walkthrough. I did a walkthrough, and this is the bike shop that I was actually at. 100 ringgits worth of repair, which was a lot. Bottom bracket, new tire, new tube, and a lot of TLC, with plenty of grease. So it's running like a champ now, though. That was the bottom bracket was destroyed. The bearings just fell out. They broke out of their casing and all that stuff, and it was a terrible. I don't think I would have gotten another 5 kilometers before having, I don't know, I have no idea. But so I'm very, very grateful that they were here, because there was nothing in jelly. But all right guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this, and go look for the next adventure, see what I can film today. Hang on. Oh, you got a stealth camp last weekend, Matt? Cool. Did you film it? Start filming some of your stealth camps. Look up the Stealth Camping Alliance on YouTube. Josh from Hidden Hammock, I think, started it something like 3 years ago. I'm assuming he started it. It might have, because I caught one of his videos, his early videos, where he says, I'm starting the... But if you look up Stealth Camping Alliance, it's a group of people, and they give challenges to each other, like stealth camp an airport and make a paper airplane and see how far you could throw the paper airplane. Just, you know, little silly little challenges and stuff. So check them out. I'm not sure if you know of them, or I could just be preaching to the choir. You already know about all those guys, because you could have came over from Josh's channel, as far as I know. To bypass that town, but mileage to Allure Sitar is about, yeah, no, Allure Sitar is still ways. I'm going to do the most direct route to Allure Sitar, which is, I think, the 4, and yeah, it's about a, is it 145? I thought it was more than that, but yeah, okay, that sounds about right. Anyway guys, I'm going to go ahead and drop off. I think I got everybody, so bye bye everybody, and I'll see what I can film here, and on to the next adventure. Goodbye, y'all.